Hi everyone, Grayson here. I'm staying in for Victoria because unfortunately she forgot to, bring her stuff along so she could do this video. So I'm here instead. Hi, how's it going? But she did give me the talking points, so let's crack on. Let me see here. She had them. Oh yes, fashion show. That went rather well, even if there was a slight costume malfunction, because the halter strap I made for her was a few inches too long, didn't get the dimensions quite right, so unfortunately my poor friend had to walk down the runway with her hands like this, literally holding up her own dress. And even with that happening, she still had a bit of a boob slip, so that was a little awkward. Didn't realize it until afterwards, when someone mentioned it to her. So yeah, that was an eventful evening to say the very least. Wow, I am totally spacing right now. Too much coffee, not enough sleep. Oh, I just lost it. Where the hell is it? Oh, new relationship. That's what it was. So, about I want to say a week or so before the before Valentine's Day. I was, flipping through Facebook, bored out of my skull, and one of those people you may know things popped up on my Facebook feed, and I was, flipping through, like, not them, not them, ooh, can't stand them, because, people in high school, but yeah, and I happened upon this picture of a guy, a few years younger than I am, and just something about the look in his eyes kind of, like, entranced me, and I thought, why not? Worst comes to worst, he ignores me. Best comes to best, I get a new relationship because Laura tells you I need one. Not that I need one, but that's a different story. Oof, I sound like a complete nutcase. And what the hell is wrong with you guys? Calm the hell down, dogs. Am I right? Anyway, so yeah, I message him. Hey, how's it going? You're kind of cute. Whatever. Didn't think anything of it. And then later that day, I got a message back, and we started talking. And long story short, the day before Valentine's Day, he asked me to be his boyfriend, and I said yes. Now, unfortunately, he lives in Iowa, so we haven't been able to actually meet face to face, but we've been Skyping pretty much every day. I mean, every so often, one of us is too tired because there's an hour difference, so it's a lot later here than it is there. So, but yeah, any chance we get, we're either talking on Facebook or Skyping or whatever, and he's just the sweetest guy ever. I cannot believe I'm so lucky. For those of you of my friends that want to Facebook stalk him, the name that he's associated with on my Facebook relationship is, of course, Puppa Erebus, Puppaerebus, but I know him as Isaiah, because, birth name or whatever. But yeah, anyway, but one thing that has to do with him and has to do with me, one of the common interests we have is something called pup or puppy play, which, to put it in layman's terms, means we adopt the headspace and mannerisms of a puppy. You get to pick what breed you associate with or whatever, and it's kind of fun. I mean, a lot of people associate it with being sexual or whatever because it's technically part of the kink and fetish community. But, it doesn't have to be completely. Like, for me, it's not entirely. I mean, there's a part of it. Wow, it got personal. Anyway. But I just like it because, puppies are cheerful. They're always happy. They're big cuddle bugs, which I am too, so I mean, already fits there. But, yeah, and a lot of people, I've noticed that I've been wearing the collar around a lot that has my pup name, Tumbles, on it. And my, go-to answer has been, oh, it's a character. Which is true, in a way. But it's not completely true because it's more than a character. It's, I feel, almost another facet of me. Like, there's me, then there's Tumbles, because, when you're a pup, you don't talk. Well, you can, but a lot of them don't. You can talk. You don't talk. It's a lot of, barks and yips, whimpers, howls, all that kind of stuff. So there's a bit of I wouldn't say a disconnect, but like there's a separation. There's a separation. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And for the longest time I've been kind of shy about it, so I just say, oh, it's a character, and then leave it at that. Because, most people don't pry. They say, oh, it's a character, okay, then you leave it alone. So, it's been kind of that way for a while, and, I've been kind of batting it back and forth. Why not just tell people? I mean, there's no harm in, saying, hey, I like to act like a puppy sometimes, because, I'm a big old cuddle puppy, which I am anyway, but that's a different story. But yeah, and I was lucky enough that Isaiah is also a puppy, and everything's just sliding into place so well. Wow, that sounded dirty. But anyway, listen to me, too much coffee, not enough sleep. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. Give me a second. Upcoming projects. Now, I am going to start working on a new piece for Victoria, because that dress just got me into the, costuming mood, and I want to do kind of an easy review piece that would go over an existing dress that I have for her. Kind of just, one little, and it falls off or whatever, you pull it off really easily, something like that, because I have a lip sync number lined up for her that I really want to do, that she's been bugging me to try to fake choreograph for a while, and I finally started doing it. So, in order to do it properly and to do it justice, I feel that we need to create a tearaway piece or something like that, or some type of, flip reveal or whatever it is. And so I'm going to be working on that. Also got PortCon coming up, so hopefully going to be designing some pieces for that, because the arts collective I'm part of, the art department, are going to have a table there to sell, little trinkets or whatever we make, little art pieces that have to do with, comics and stuff, and anime and all that jazz, all that wonderful stuff. So there's that, but there's also Pride coming up, and I have a couple ideas for that. Some candle sets or whatever, different pieces. I've got a couple in mind. So yeah, basically working through those and trying to, I'm also trying to find my own place, because let me tell you, home situation, not exactly pretty. But that's a little too personal. So I'm just going to leave it at that. There's differings of opinions, and they don't work well. But to end this on a positive note, if anyone wants, further information about something I've mentioned, or something, that Victoria may have mentioned in the previous video, feel free to drop me a message. I'll be sure to get any questions directed to her. I'd love to do a Q&A with her at one point. She's been dying to, but unfortunately, every time she asks for questions, y'all don't do shit! So it would be really wonderful if you guys could either drop me a message or drop them in the comments, something. It would really be an amazing thing to be able to answer your questions. I want to know what y'all are thinking. I really do. So yeah, if you could, like I said, either drop it in the comments below or shoot me a message on Facebook, I or Victoria will talk to you guys next month. Toodles!